I'm Cathy.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Autumn, and welcome to Luna Bear Book Club.
It is the video closest to the harvest moon because I have forgotten the exact date of the harvest moon, but I'm sure it's nearby. It might have been before, it might have been after, I don't know, but you know.
Look
and
to the skies!
And the description knows too.
Yeah.
So for the harvest moon, we were thinking, harvest, things you're thankful for, because in our Christian upbringing, that's what we associate with harvest, being thankful for the bountiful harvest that God has given us. So we have picked books that we are thankful for. We've all got 3. Well, we've got 3. Orla's got 2. Well, let's get going.
That's the concept of the video.
That is spelled out very, very laboriously for you there.
So the first book that I'm thankful for is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm thankful for quite a few reasons. Firstly, because my name came from here.
Aww.
So my mum read this book, and this is my mum's copy of the book. And she liked the name Cathy, and that's how I ended up being a Cathy. The second name choice was Rebecca. So either way, I would have been named after a crazy literary heroine.
I like that.
I know. So I like it because my name came from here. I love this story anyway, and it's one I reread a lot. But I think also, for me, this book and the Brontes, like, they championed northern women writers. And as a northern woman writer, I appreciate that. And I appreciate that they brought working class, well, they weren't quite working class stories, lower middle class stories to the forefront, and just, shared their world. And I think they're great. I just think they're a great champion of telling the stories that emerge around you, and belonging to the same kind of landscape as these novels. Cool. Means a lot. So I'm very thankful for Emily Bronte, and I'm very thankful for Wuthering Heights. And that's my first book.
Okay, well, my choices are now filling me with guilt because they're all written by men.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, men.
We like men too.
So I'm sat so much further forward because I've got mine hidden behind me, and they're both quite chunky. So I'll go with this one first. My first pick is Les Mis by Victor Hugo. Now I haven't actually read.
Huge.
Oh, it is huge. I haven't actually read all of this. I'm here.
You got further than I did.
About halfway through, and I will eventually read it all. But I'm thankful for this book because without this book, we wouldn't have Les Misérables the musical, and that is one of my all-time favourite musicals. That's why I'm into musical theatre. I was raised on it, and that's why I'm such a dramatic, amazing person that I am today. But also within this, there is a story of working for each other and not letting the lower people in society just be trodden on and forgotten. There's a lot of hope in this novel. One day I will finish it. That's all I have to say about Les Mis. Really, I'm thankful for this because of the musical that it birthed. So it's not really the book, is it? But
it's the story.
It is the story.
The story sometimes escapes the book.
Thanks, Vicky. Orla,
what's your first choice?
She's wrestling herself out of a blanket.
If you watched the last video, then you should recognise that.
Okay, Orla, what book is this?
Owl Babies.
Why are you thankful for it?
Because they're baby owls, and I like baby owls.
Good
and it's
answer.
one of my favourite books. So there are 3 little owl babies, Sarah, Percy and Bill, and their owl mother disappears, and then they're all scared, and then the owl mother returns, and they're all really happy.
It's a really sweet story.
Yes.
Good answer.
You're thankful for the cute drawings of owl babies.
It's a very good book. My second book is Welcome to Rosie Hopkins' Sweetshop of Dreams by Jenny Colgan.
That sounds like a nice place to be.
It does
A
sound like a nice
Sweetshop
place
of
to be.
Dreams.
And that also might be set in Yorkshire. I'm saying it out loud. I don't have it with me because I think I read it first of all from the library. But I'm thankful for this book. One, because it's a really sweet tale about a young woman. She ends up moving to help an old relative rescue their dilapidated sweet shop, and she fixes it all up, finds love, finds her village community, transforms her life through this lovely sweet shop. And the reason why I'm particularly thankful for this book is that I think it was the first new book I read after Orla had been born.
Oh.
And I was very tired after Orla had been born, and I was struggling to like think straight. We had sleepless nights. We'd had like a longer stay in hospital than we'd originally planned, and you know, sometimes when you have a new baby, some days it's a bit overwhelming.
I was crazy.
You were crazy, you were wonderful, but it was all very new. And I just found reading this story, every time I opened the book to read some pages of it, I just felt myself like physically calming down and just being really soothed by it.
So this was your relaxing time.
Yeah, exactly. So I just found that book.
Well, meanwhile, I would go like this.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, and it just brought me a lot of peace at a time when that was really needed and special. So I'm grateful for that book.
My second choice is The Wheel of Time. Well, this is Eye of the World from The Wheel of Time, but just The Wheel of Time in general. Would it really be a Luna Bird video if I didn't talk about Wheel of Time?
No.
So I'm thankful for this book for two reasons. So the first reason is that this was like really one of the first, I mean, it wasn't one of the first proper books that I read, but this was like a maturity in my reading status, I guess. It was moving on from YA, or not that I don't still read YA, but like moving on from children's literature that I would reread into something a bit more grown up. And I persisted through the series, and it took me through my time at uni. But I'm also thankful to this because being involved in the Wheel of Time fandom is how I met some of my really close friends today. So without the Wheel of Time, I wouldn't have met them. They give me new book recommendations now. We talk all the time about different nerdy things, and I just, without Robert Jordan and the Wheel of Time, I wouldn't know them, and I'm really glad that I do.
And we might not have Luna Bird.
Exactly. I did have that in my head when I was picking the Wheel of Time. I was like, this is one of the reasons why we started filming on Luna Bird.
Yeah,
and then I forgot to say it. Kathy had to say it first.
So if the books it didn't exist, if the Wheel of Time didn't exist, then you wouldn't be watching this very video.
Exactly. So you should be thankful to the Wheel of Time as well, because otherwise you wouldn't get me and Kathy every week.
And me.
And
Orla, yeah.
Because I'm crazy!
You're
You'd
crazy.
be bereft. Think about the absence that would be in your life.
Oh. And I also joined. I really appreciated the Wheel of Time too, like, 'cause it brought us closer together.
Yeah.
It's a good book. It also saw me through like COVID, because I was reading it over COVID. Yeah.
And I just think, I've said multiple times that I like stories about people who are putting it all on the line to save the world, and you know, Wheel of Time is one of them, and
Yeah.
it's got some of my best girls in it. It's got some of my stupidest boys in it. I just really like it.
Well, what's your second one?
No book.
Okay, so this is all the second choice of books she's thankful for. What's this?
It's about different types of Mopokes that just have like really funny names like Glowpoke, Snowpoke, Throwpoke.
What is a Mopoke?
It's like an Australian owl thing. I think
Okay,
it's Australian
Yes.
owl.
So Mopoke is an Australian owl, and basically every page of this book is a pun on Mopoke. So this is more pokes.
And on one of the pages it says like, this is a wombat.
This is a posh poke.
I like that, that's cool.
Like, can you go to the wombat?
Yeah, one bit. Yeah, so there's all these
Like, just like
pokes.
partway through the
And then
book.
at one point it goes, this is a wombat. And we
Yeah.
always say, you're in the wrong book.
This is a wombat.
And this is a wombat.
and
You're in the wrong book.
You're
Oh,
in
it
the
looks
wrong
really
book.
sad.
I know. What are you doing
He's
here?
stuck on this branch.
And we think there's a wombat book out there that has a Mopoke in it.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
And then the last page says, enough!
Enough! It has enough and then it goes away. It's
No book.
Why are you thankful for this book?
Because it's funny.
It's funny.
Great
Makes you
reason.
laugh. Humour is a good thing to be thankful for.
And the last book we are grateful for,
But by no means least,
no means least,
it's the most important book.
is the Bible. And I think when we both like set ourselves a challenge to like bring books we're thankful for, I imagine we both had the same thing, is that so many of these prompts that we have about books when we're filming, often the Bible is actually the first one that comes to mind, and I stop myself from bring the Bible every week because there's other books to talk about. A book that's influenced you, a book that matters to you as a child, like a book that does this, like the Bible. But today, I'm saying I'm thankful for the Bible.
I'm also thankful for the Bible. This is our shared third choice.
Thankful for it. It gives a lot of help.
It's a way to connect with God, hear His word, seek guidance.
Find peace, find comfort, find correction sometimes, a lot of the time. And then I picked out, I have nicer looking Bibles than this one because you can see the spine has gone. But I chose this particular Bible because this is the first Bible that I read all the way through.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
I've had this since I was about maybe 12, 13. There's still random bits in there. And for me...
Do you mean like the first like actual big Bible, not the little kid ones that have like 3 words per story?
Yeah, the first like normal adult full Bible. I think I was about 12 or 13, and I kind of realised at church that I heard a lot of what I was learning in like our teen groups and our kids groups, and I thought there must be more in this big book, so I started reading it for myself, and that's when I kind of developed my own faith and kind of heard God for myself and got to know Him. And when I first read it, I couldn't put it down. I was reading 10 chapters a night.
Wow.
I was like, I've never done that since, but the first time reading it through, everything was just very new and fresh, and I found it really exciting. So this particular edition is important to me because it's where I fell in love with the Bible.
You Bible journal, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about that?
My Bible journal.
I don't Bible journal, but I know that Cathy does.
Yeah, so I do have, the Bible I read at the moment is also my journaling Bible, so in that I will sometimes draw pictures in the margins or make special notes. It's where I put pretty things in. I don't journal all the time because it takes more effort and time. But yeah, I like having different editions of the Bibles for different things or purposes or even seasons.
I'm actually reading my first grown-up Bible.
You are. Do you have different Bibles for different settings?
Sort of. So I was one of my birthdays I was given a Bible journal Bible. I'm not very arty, so I don't really use it in that manner. It's got like lines at the side, so sometimes I write little notes on it, and then I have just a regular reading Bible, and then if I'm out and about I just use the Bible on my phone.
I'd say no, actually I most frequently read the Bible on my phone, because if I do it first thing when I wake up, I can do it without turning a light on and waking anybody else up. So yeah, both very thankful for the Bible. So these are some of the books that we are thankful for. If you have any particular books that you are very thankful for, please put them in the comments because it would make our day.
And why?
Yes, and why. Thanks so much for watching. We release new videos every Friday, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Goodbye. This is a Mopoke. This is a high poke. This is a low poke. Okay, ready? No. Sorry. Ready?
Hello, I'm Cathy.
I'm Rachel.